Hello, collective. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. The time is 10 minutes until 4 on April 2nd, 2025. I've got a few messages for you here before we get into the read. Last night, I heard somebody say, whoever reads the article. So there's a race for control or for leadership positions right now. They said something about tomorrow, which is today, the 2nd, and then 10 days, which would be the 11th of April. They said, get in the back seat, and they need him. A while back, they were talking about sacrificing or unaliving the strongest male and utilizing his connection, his feminine connection, as a prostitute or genetic research so that they could repopulate after whatever's going to happen here. So a couple days ago, I found it really odd. Somebody had mentioned the Medusa Program, which is a direct energy, non-lethal weapon system designed for temporary personal incapacitation using the microwave auditory effect to create strong ringing in the ears, a strong sound sensation in the human head. So last night I didn't sleep a wink and my mind was raging. All day, my arms have been tingling. My hands have been tingling. I've got a very loud ringing in both ears. It's tingling all the way up into the arms. The energy in the body is very chaotic and disrupted. And it sounds like they plan on using this thing for 10 days. They are going after this masculine here. So they were getting into the back seat and headed to their target. Okay? This is very, very bad. They are targeting the strongest man and feminine partnership out there right now, the power couples. Take it as it resonates, whoever you think that is, but this Medusa program is in effect and they're targeting the bodies of these people. And if you are being targeted, you're going to feel this tingling sensation in your hands, like you've been holding your cell phone too long. You're going to get tingling all the way up in the arm. Your energy is going to be very, very chaotic. Your ringing in the ears is going to be very, very loud. And they plan on doing this 10 days. So this is a military attack. Now, what military? I don't know. I can't tell you, but it is happening now. I'd like to do a read on that. How is this going to work out? Because I know that this is what they're doing. This is what they're trying to do. And I'd like to see how this is going to work out for these power couples and those who are targeting them. So let's get a read on that, Spirit, please. And thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's going to happen with this Medusa program, this microwave technology that is being used against power couples right now that are psychic and very, very, very powerful against these dominator tyrants who wish to steal the merchandise of the earth angels. So they're going after the strongest power couple earth angel right now. Okay, so how's that going to work out for them, please, Spirit? What's going on with this, and how's it going to work out for the team, for the power couple, or for these entities, these dominator, tyrant, brutalizer, torturers of the earth angels, of the Christed beings? How's this going to work out? This is serious. This is a battle. They're going for the Christ, and they're going for a sacrifice right now of the strongest male. Okay? And then they want to capture the feminine and replace her with a doppelganger or somebody. So let's see. How's that going to work out, Spirit? How's this going to work out for the Christed beings? This pair, this couple that's being targeted right now by the Medusa program. What's going on with this, and how will it pan out, please? This military attack on Christed beings. What do we got going on? Well, we've got the King of Wands in the reverse. So somebody is ruthless. They're acting with haste. They have high expectations. Somebody's out there being ruthless right now. This says also unachievable expectations. Okay? They're being impulsive. in the challenge position, please. Yeah, we got the Lovers. So we've got somebody here who's ruthless, and they're being impulsive and acting with haste against these power couples, this power couple. They're activating the Medusa technology and targeting them. They're in their car on their way to the masculine right now. They need him, okay, as a sacrifice. They're trying to repeat the Jesus story, okay? Or it could be that they're actually targeting somebody of that nature. In the subconscious, please, regarding this Medusa program and the Christed beings, this power couple, what's going on here, please, Spirit? The Queen of Pentacles. Maternal instinct. Mother. The supportive mother. They want the Earth Angels merchandise. These ones are the strongest ones. They are supposed to be reading what did they call that? The article. Whatever the article is, these two are supposed to be reading the article and then taking over so that we can create a golden globe. They're the new management. And these militaries are trying to take them out with this Medusa program right now. They're looking at this mother. They want all of her stuff. They want the Queen of Pentacles, her financials. She's very wise. She could be a protectress. Some time ago, a couple of years ago, a divine feminine said that... she said that she wouldn't let those people obtain you. And then, like a year ago, she said to be prepared, they won't survive. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but let's see. What's in the recent past, Spirit, regarding this Medusa program and the Christed beings? Empress. So the Empress is here. The divine, so you got the Queen of Pentacles and you got the Empress here in the upright. She's abundant. This is the mother. This is the divine mother that they have been capturing and then putting a little statue and saying, "Oh, we honor Mary," or whatever, and then they continue to prostitute all the feminines and hurt the children of light. So that's what they plan to do. They want to capture this Empress here, and because she's part of this team. This could be a protectress, maternal figure. So we're going to get some clarification on that, but this is what's going on. Intentions and expectations, please, Spirit, regarding the Empress. A painful ending. They want to bring a painful ending to the Empress. What's in the near future, please, Spirit, regarding this Empress and her partner, her protector, whatever that is? Ace of Cups in the reverse. They're going to steal her love. They're going to steal her love. That's what they want to do. They want to block her love. They want to drain her love cup. What's the lens that's being looked through, please, Spirit, in this Medusa program regarding the Christed beings here? Three of Swords, a divorce. They want to separate them. disloyalty. So there's heartbreak here. So they wanted to destroy the love in the Empress and separate her from her power partner here. Okay? This microwave technology is affecting the brain. I believe that they are also downloading verbal messages, or, you know, unheard of auditory messages like subliminal. That's also happening. And they're really attacking the energy of the body to agitate the energy and then have the mental body spin around this, okay? In the environment, please, Spirit, what's going on with this? Ace of Pentacles. They want the money. This ruthless military person wants the money. They want to take the abundance. But they got to get them split up. So they deliberately caused a heartbreak, a painful ending here for the Empress, like wounds. It's a betrayal wound. Like it's some sort of a betrayal happened, and they want to separate them here. They're hoping that maybe it killed the love in her, so that they can come and get their leadership role. Hopes and fears, please, Spirit. Queen of Wands. So she's got a zest for life. She's very determined and she's focused, okay? She's confident. What's the outcome, please, Spirit? We've got Seven of Wands, maintaining control. So somebody's maintaining control, holding your own, holding your own, standing up for yourself. So it could very well be that this Queen of Wands here, which could be the Empress, in her Queen of Wands energy, is holding her own and standing up for herself. And then there's death and justice. The law of cause and effect. And King of Swords is here with mental clarity regarding this marriage connection. Okay, so there is this unified love, and it's good here. So they're being released. They're letting go. This is a new perspective. They might be seeing with a new perspective. This Ten of Cups, divine love. You know, they could be holding their boundaries firm here, juggling many priorities here, okay, and gaining excitement and freedom. So, and the heartfelt proposal. So we got this. Could be a Ten of Wands, the end of your burden here. But whatever this is, it looks to me like, you know, this they could have made a bad investment, lack planning and foresight. They may have missed their chance. They want you to lose your opportunity. And see, there's death and justice here. I think that whoever this is the protectress. And to be honest with you, I think she's Egyptian. And I do believe that she's the one who said they won't obtain you, and to be prepared, they won't survive. She knows that they're coming after the Empress. And she knows that they're coming after this, her partner here, the King of Swords. Okay? There is clarity here. So, Spirit, what do we got with this Medusa project? You know, drink your water, guys. They're pumping in all kinds of electrical impulses into your body. You're going to need to flush this energy out on a regular basis. Like, drink so much water that it's pouring out of you, because you're going to need to replace the waters of your body in order to maintain yourself in this attack. I thought that was weird that that person would mention the Medusa program, because it didn't have anything to do with a post that I had wrote. In fact, you know, I deleted it because, well, I won't tell you the whole story, but yeah. So anyway, that was mentioned, and that was not good. So anyway, that's what's going on. That's why I got all these on, because I'm feeling this energy is coming into the, you know, you receive with your left hand. So all this energy is coming in here, and it's coming into the body, affecting things in a very bad way. And it's stealing the love. It's making you angry. At least it's making me angry. And what it is it's about a betrayal. So they could have also used this technology to download a betrayal into the mind of this empress, which killed her love for this union. Okay? So you could be having some problems with that. So you've got a King of Wands in the reverse. He's impulsive, he's ruthless, but he's got unachievable expectations. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with this King of Wands and this Medusa program with the Christed beings and this attempted snatching of this masculine and snatching of this feminine? What's going on? Because see, she's the mother. She's the light. She's the one who nurtures. And there's some messages here, you know, that there's some passion here. There's a lot of passion here. And what the subliminal programming is a betrayal, So they're trying to implant thoughts of betrayal into this divine feminine here of this couple, of this union. So what's going on with this King of Wands reverse in this Medusa project regarding the Christed beings? Please, Spirit. Imagination. Yeah, he's messing with your head. He's messing with your head. So they're utilizing this Medusa technology. It's direct energy weaponry. It's supposed to be for crowd control. And they're downloading negative thoughts into your mind to try to break your heart and destroy your faith in this connection, okay? And it's pissing everybody off, I can tell you that. So the challenge that he's having is the strength of these two together. They're very, very strong, very, very powerful. Surrender. He wants to get them to surrender. Or perhaps, yeah, he wants to get them to surrender their need to control. He does not want them to take their leadership role. So he's attacking them with military direct energy weaponry called the Medusa Program. In the subconscious, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So it could be a supportive, maternal, wise woman. I really do believe she's a protectress. I do believe she is Egyptian. I do believe that she is also very much aware of what's going on here. So what's going on here? Whoa. So fear. In the face of fear, you realize, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So in the face of fear, you think about, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So even though they're trying to pump in fear energy, painful ending energy, betrayal energy. You know, betrayal and infidelity is one of the biggest wounds that many of us carry. So this is the wound that they're targeting right now, okay? So you could be in fear of that happening again. And it could be that this, so in the face of fear, you're testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. Are you really going to let this direct energy weaponry, which attacks the mind and sends sound effects to the mind, are you going to let that tear you apart from your power couple, from your support, from your protector, and from your nurturer? Are you going to allow that to happen? So what's going on with the Empress here? Is she going to allow that to happen, Spirit? What's happening here? What is she doing? Forgiveness. There's forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So the Empress is aware of what's happening here, and she's offering forgiveness because it's technological warfare, okay? And they're using military stuff with the intention and the expectation to cause a painful ending regarding betrayal. Now, this is something to do with passion energy. What they're doing is they're putting into the mental body betrayal energy, the infidelity energy, the lust energy. So they're implanting thoughts of lust regarding the protector, regarding her power partner, because obviously there's some damage there. So what is the intention is to defeat them by doing this. Okay, it's technological weaponry. What's going on with this defeat? We've got growth in the reverse. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, and they want to stop the growth. They want to stop her growth. Or it could be that this painful ending that they are intending to do, it doesn't grow. But I really do believe that they're trying to stop growth. See, the goal here is to manifest a golden globe full of Christed light beings. But these ones have been feasting on suffering and betrayal and pain energy for a long, long time. That's what they operate out of. And they don't want this golden globe, because these Christed beings, when they go around, people get nauseous. And they're like, do something. Because the more they're around, the more they fall off. They can't take the energy. Your energy is really, really high. And so they want to empty your love cup. They don't want you to have any love for this person. They want to strip the love out of your connection, and they want to force you to surrender your need to control. They're going after this guy right now. They were crawling into the back seat, and they were on their way, okay? So, yeah. In the near future, we've got emotional loss. Ace of Cups in the reverse. What's going on with that, please, Spirit? Doubt. So, yeah. There's she might be holding back love. She might be experiencing doubt within the connection. But this also says, I release the need to know all the answers, okay? And this is another thing that I've been experiencing today too. Like my hands get really cold and my whole body gets cold. It's like they're draining the energy out of my body. And they did that for like 3 hours earlier today at work, and it's happening again right now. The lens that's being looked through is they want to divorce you guys because of a heartbreak. They want to strip your feelings for each other out based on confusion and disloyalty. They want to plant the seed of disloyalty, of betrayal. So there could be some grief. They want to cause you grief. They want to cause you pain. What's going on with this, please, Spirit? Perseverance. This confusion, but you persevere through it. You know that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and you know what's happening here right now. So in the environment, we've got lost opportunity. So it's a bad investment, lack of planning, missed chance. They either want you to miss your chance, or maybe they're going to miss their chance. They could be worried. They're making a bad investment. Because these ones they're not investing anything. They're just together, right? And they want to break them up because they're really, really strong together. So they're attacking this union. And they're implanting seeds of doubt and betrayal. And they're also implanting verbiage to really piss somebody off regarding their life. And so it sounds like, that this one is criticizing or bringing in other people to say mean things as though they were a chosen one over and above this beautiful Empress, okay? So in the environment, somebody made a bad investment and it looks like they missed their chance. There's a lost opportunity. They can't cause death. There's no death here. They're not able to cause a death. Queen of Wands is very courageous and confident. She's very passionate. She's been standing on her own for a very, very, very long time. Okay? And she is love. She is passion. She's determined to live her life. She's not going to quit easily. She's not going to fall down into a pile of mush and say, oh, woe is me. Some man betrayed me. Boo-hoo. Freaking who. Right? So that's it. She's determined to stay in joy. Self-esteem. She possesses gifts of the soul that benefits herself and others. She's not letting go of that. She's standing up to this challenge, and she's going to persevere through it. She's not going to walk away from this connection. She's going to face the fear. She's going to stay in the energy of love. This is just an opportunity to expand through another challenge and hold steady, right? So she's here in the Seven of Wands, maintaining control of her own mind, her own energy, her own whatever, and she has protection, which means he's still with her. There's no death here. Okay? This is going to be going on for 10 days, which should be the 11th when it stops. Okay? They're going to be doing this. You're going to have to drink lots and lots of water. Eat real light. Don't eat dense. Drink lots and lots of water. Take your spiritual cleanses. Keep your mind steady. Don't start circulating these negative thoughts, because just know that they're using this Medusa technology, these direct energy weaponry, to plant thoughts and energy and other sounds into the mind. So there's messaging, telepathy, fake telepathy, basically. Okay? So you're standing up for yourself. You're holding your own in this competition. It's just another level to the competition, okay? You've graduated to a very, very intense moment here. Service in the reverse. So you're standing up for yourself. You're maintaining control. You're persevering through this. You're not offering these people any services. You're not going to offer them any services. It's like you've got control of this foundation. You're very, very firm here. You're in your Queen of Wands energy, Empress, and you're stripping them of your services. These services are yours. This abundance is yours. You are the mother, the divine mother. You're the strongest Christed being out here with the strongest masculine. Okay? On the bottom of the deck, we've got freedom. So yeah, you persevere, you stand up for yourself, you maintain control, you strip them of their services, and you've got your freedom here. They fail. They fail because of your discipline. This very same discipline that they're envious of, okay? They're in grief. And they have to accept the blame for their own bullpucky. Okay? Because you're focused on looking on the brighter side of life, and you're attracted to the people that serve your higher good. And right now, this person that you're in union with is serving your higher good. You really got to watch your emotional body and your energy right now. You have to stay in balance. Don't get all freaking pissy and start moaning and groaning about past traumas and apply that shit to this circumstance, okay? They want your abundance. You're a limitless being who can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality, and they want it. They want to claim it. And it's like whoever reads the article. So there's an article about to be read in some kind of a leadership role, and these ones are trying desperately to take you out, okay? Look, you've got friends. You've got friends. You're friends. You are friends. And so you are peaceful with each other. You are a being of love, and you're releasing all of the negative energy here. You understand that a friend is in your life for a reason, and you're not just gonna boot them out because somebody's using a direct energy weapon trying to manipulate your body and your mind and break up this intense Christed power couple. Okay? What else, Spirit, please? This is really intense, guys. I'm not even kidding you. They're really hitting the minds hard right now. And the energy. Because they want first off, they want to implant the seeds with this technology into the mind. Most likely while you're sleeping, you're going to hear stuff and it's going to piss you off. You're going to wake up and it's going to be like a program in the mind. Such and such will be your downfall, is what I got. And so it's like, so you wake up and it's like, wow, what the hell, right? And what they're doing is they're putting thoughts into the mind with this Medusa program, this direct energy weaponry. They're targeting you right now with this military grade equipment. They're going to try to get this masculine. They're on their way. They were crawling into the back seat last night. All right, so we've got the King of Wands in the reverse. This person has unachievable expectations. It's a freaking fantasy, okay? They are a professional mind effer, and they're acting with haste because they have lost every battle that they have been in already. And this is the final countdown. You can't give up now, okay? You gotta pull yourself together. You got to pull yourself together and be peace and be friends, okay? This isn't about passion right now, unless you're talking about the passionate energy that you share together, but there's time for intimacy after the battle, okay? You're not thinking about that right now. You got to get your shit together. You got to align your values and stay together, because their intention is to tear you apart so that you are weakened and you can't defend yourself. You need to be together. So get your mind straight. Drink your water. They're effing with your mind. What else is going on, please, Spirit, with this? We got this ruthless, unachievable expectations, King of Wands in the reverse. He's messing with the heads of people with this Medusa technology. And he could just be fantasizing, thinking, oh, this is going to work. Yep, this is going to do it. We're just going to go F her mind up. Look, we've got holding back in the reverse. Yeah, they're not holding back. They're not holding back. Or maybe they can't hold you back. They don't want to be held back. They're not able to hold you back. They're challenged by the strength of these two people together. The King of Swords and the Empress here. Okay? They want them to surrender their need to control. They don't want them in this power position. They don't want a golden globe. They don't want a planetary system full of Christed beings, because the vibration will be too high for the lower vibrational entities that have been dominating the previous cycle. What else are they challenged by, please, Spirit? Gossip. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows what they're doing. They're targeting civilians. They're targeting the earth angels, the light-bearing people right now. With this technology, they're trying to disrupt their energy so that they can tweak it and capture it somehow. You really got to hold yourself together, guys. This is the end game, all right? You got to get it together. We got the Queen of Pentacles here, a supportive and reliable mother figure. This could be a protectress, and I really do believe it is. She is she's of Egyptian nature, and she's here, I guess, showing you, teaching you, having you, coaching you, doing whatever it is, realizing that fear of abandonment, fear of betrayal, the disharmony, the infidelity, all that stuff that you may have experienced many times in your life, they're trying to trigger that trauma right now. But this says you realize that you're testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. They want to throw you into South Node so freaking bad. And you may have been going there. You got to pull yourself up out of that and be successful. Recognize that you know that there's no greater goal than to love, and you're not going to drop into your South Node. You're choosing to stay in love. And I'm not talking about lust, okay? I'm talking about love. It's too early for intimate union right now. You're fighting. You're in a freaking battle, all right? So get it together. What else are they thinking about in their subconscious, please, Spirit? Soul tie. They're thinking about your soul tie. You're always connected. Okay? You're always connected. You're facing your fear. You're remaining in the energy of love. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. That's what makes you so damn powerful. And you're in a soul tie. You're harmonized. So we've got the Empress here offering forgiveness, because that's just a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of technological Moby, Joby, whatever you want to call it. And I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And love is what makes you powerful. So you got to get it. You got to get it. You can't let them drive you. And they're professional drivers, okay? They've got all the equipment necessary to do it. You have to drive your damn self, is what you have to do. You got to be rational and calm, and you can't let this go because you're so close to the finish line now. Pull yourself up out of your root and your sacral chakra and get into the heart. That's where you need to be right now. And your solar plexus. Focus, man. Reciprocity. Equal give and take. There's forgiveness because you're getting equal give and take. You're equally yoked. You're not giving more than the other. So these ones, their intention and expectation is to bring a painful ending due to betrayal and stop the growth of you two. You're growing. You've got, it's a empire. You're building an empire. You've got lots of plans. You've already restructured many things, and you've got really good plans coming up for this globe of Christed beings. You're going to shine so freaking brightly, and they want to stop it so bad. They want to put these 10 stores in you badly. Okay, so this is what's happening. They want to stop your growth. What's happening with that, Spirit? How's that going to turn out for them? Is it going to work out? It's unfinished business. You still have things to resolve and to discuss. So there's forgiveness here. You and your person need to have a conversation. Whether it be, in your head, because you're probably telepathically linked, or otherwise, you got to have a conversation, and you got to be a freaking adult. You got to face your triggers and your wounds, and you got to breathe into it and remember the love. You just have to at this time, because they're trying to empty your love cup. They're trying to fill you with doubt. They want to weaken your connection, and they want to leave everybody vulnerable, okay? And the thing about this is, it's not just about these power couples. It's about what they're here to do. It's about the children of the future living in a high vibe world with shine coming out of them, where they're not being brutalized and tortured and flipped and twisted and all this other stuff, It's about the children. So you got to you got to go put your freaking clothes on, get out of your sacral and your root, and you got to think about the children. Because this is what's happening. You release the need to know all the answers. There may be doubt, but you're releasing the need to know all the answers. And the reason that you're in this position right now is because of blind faith. You trust God. You trust the Most High. You've got a prideful person here who could be having doubt. It could be this prideful person here who has no love. Or maybe you have no love for prideful people. You're causing them doubt because there's unfinished business here. They can't get it to stop. You're not stopping. It's like, oh no, honey. I see there you want to put a 10 of swords in me and trigger a painful wound and go get somebody crying into their freaking little soup bowl or whatever. And you want to stop the growth of this power couple and the world and this globe of light. And the advancement and the brilliance of the children to come and an end to the suffering of the people. But it's unfinished business. They're not going to finish it. Nope. It's like, I'm sorry, we're not quitting. We're not freaking quitting. So there's no love here. There's some an emotional loss, some kind of an emptiness. We've got repressed emotions or self-love. So you've got this egotistical person here having doubt. They're in doubt. And you really don't care what's going on with them. Now, what could be going on here is that this prideful person is experiencing a divorce. It could very well be because you're persevering through this challenge. You're going to get through it. It's going to be okay. You freaking take those reins and drive this train. It's your job. That's why you're here. And then why they want to stop you so desperately. You've won every battle. And it's down to the nitty gritty. You can't go freaking childish now. Get it together. So this person, this egotistical, prideful person is getting divorced out. They're confused. They could be having some emotional pain and some heartbreak because you persevered. You know that you can do whatever you set your mind to do, and you're doing it. Okay? You're just gonna freaking do it. Look, and there's no forgiveness for what these ones are doing. You're like, man, this is bullpucky. What the hell? You're using military weaponry on the Christed beings to try to jack around their energy and then freaking trap them and sacrifice them? What a bunch of jackwagons, man. But they've lost their opportunity here. They've lost their opportunity because they cannot cause you a death or an ending. This is not an ending for you. It's like, no. They missed their chance. They're making a bad investment. They're hitting you with this weaponry, and it's like, man, that's crap. That is such crap. This is military. Or it's the big technological companies that are out there with their little cellular Wi-Fi business, you know? Their little telepathy and telekinesis patents and stuff like that they've been using for a long freaking time before they actually applied for the patent. Okay? That's what's happening here. That's exactly what's happening here. But they cannot separate you from love. You love each other. You love each other. Regardless of the infiltration of this stupid system that they're playing on you. They cannot cause you a death. Your love is always there despite the distance. They cannot separate you. The Queen of Wands is here, courageous, confident, and she's focused. Okay, she's determined to live her life, and she's determined to be happy, and she's like, look, you're not taking my freaking life. That's a big freaking N-O, okay? Capital N-O. She's got self-esteem. She possessed gifts of the soul that benefit her and others, and she's not letting go. It's like, dude, you're not taking this stuff from, you know how hard you had to work to become this? Of course you do. You didn't get there by being a childish person, okay? Damn it, I'm feeling firm about this. Understanding in the reverse. This says, I see your side of the story. So you possess gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others. Somebody lacks understanding. Whoever this is trying to bring you death and separate you two. They don't understand. They do not have an understanding of your gifts of the soul. They do not know who you are or what you're made of. They never did. And they still don't, because you're full of surprises. They're just, they're limited. They have this brutality technology, and it's very, very effective against those people who are unaware. Okay? But not so much against people who have been in this battle for over 2 decades. So you're in this challenge, in this competition, you're holding your ground. And you know what? You're like, hey, look, I'm not offering you any services. The Empress is cutting you off. She's maintaining control of what she's got going on, and you don't get none. What else, Spirit? And they're in regret. They're getting cut off of her services, and they're in regret. They wish that it had never happened. It's like, this is a big fat freaking NO, bitches. Because they still hope for beautiful, faithful love. And that could be a habit that they'll never change. This sweetness with that flower there. They've got this habitual pattern of hoping for love, of being sweet, of thinking about the family. This is what they're here for. This is what they're here for. And these ones want the freaking money of the irreplaceable people. They want the territory. They didn't appreciate the beauty that you offered at all. They don't appreciate the beauty that you offered. They don't give a crap about the beauty that you're offering. They want they want the money. They want the freaking money of the irreplaceable. The way you love cannot be matched, and they don't appreciate the beauty that this is, and they want your money. They're getting detached. You're detaching them. This Empress and whoever her power couple partner is, or protector or whatever, they are not separating here, and they're cutting them off. They're getting detached, and they're feeling broken and shattered about it because they're in regret. There is a new chapter, and they need to move on. They need to move on. These people that are playing in the shadows, they're sneaking around, not telling anybody what they're doing, trying to reflect, trying to replace these two. They want to take over their identity and their role. They want to read whatever, the announcement or whatever that was. They want to read the announcement. But guess what? They're not the real deal. They're just using this military or this Wi-Fi or Medusa Program technology against them. But guess what? It's too late for them to take any action. They're out of freaking time. And they're being found guilty. They're just a bunch of little hoe bags out here trying to disturb sacred and divine union and the strength of it. And they're here on behalf of the children and this golden globe. And these people want to stop it so freaking bad because they want the territory, they want the money, they want the abundance that's coming with the mother. You got to get it together. This is no joke. It's going to wind up with these people running, man. They've caused some damage, and they're going to be hurting from the damage that they have caused. They're going to miss their opportunity, and they're going to long for an escape, but they're not going to get one. It's an unexpected outcome, and they don't know what to freaking do, okay? Because you're going away. They're making mistakes. They sabotaged their own freaking destiny by coming after you. Because you are committed to each other. You're committed to each other. They cannot separate you. It doesn't matter what kind of childish little triggers and traumas that you've experienced in the past. You're going to get it together. You're a freaking grown-ass adult, and you're going to act like it. If you're going to be a leader in this realm, you got to step up to the plate and stop whining. Don't let your emotional body steer you. You got to You got to control yourself. It's not a joke. See, these ones that keep secrets, look at them. They're laughing. They think this is really funny. They're laughing about it. And they're in disagreement because they've been determined that they are unworthy. The truth is out here. They're unworthy. See, they're overwhelmed by your passion. Now, you two are very passionate together. You very much love, okay? But it's time to get out of the root and the sacral and the fantasies about what the future holds, because you're in the midst of a battle. This is the end times. You've got to get it together, shining ones. You have to control yourself, and you have to flush that energy out, because they're attacking you right now and your mind. You cannot let them rule your world. Stay in love. Keep them out of your space. Don't let anybody new into your space. Because you've got a chaser here wanting to talk to you and mend the connection. They want to get into your energy, okay? Because they're unsatisfied with what's going on here. So they're lying about neglecting you. They're lying about everything. They're neglectful, they're dishonest, they're unsatisfied. They're not happy with anything. And they're daydreaming of obtaining your soul contract in this reunion, okay? And it could be that you're daydreaming about this soul contract and this reunion. And it could be that you're not together in the flesh. This is in the spirit. It's a soul tie. It's soul love, okay? Deep, deep soul love, and maybe you've never experienced soul love before. So it's got you all triggered with your root and your sacral, and then they start pumping this trigger trauma stuff with this DEW Medusa Project crap into your mind, into your body, and they want to agitate your energy, and they want you to get agitated, and they want you to wrap up that thought with your emotional body and send it out. And get super duper upset and then separate, which makes you weak. And you lose if you do that. So think about what happens after. Because these people are confused, all right? And you're going to leave them in confusion. You're going to leave them in confusion because you're commanding yourself and you're not allowing them to command you. Drink your water. Drink so much of it that it pours out of you, and do that for the next 10 days. You know, don't drink any alcohol. You got to keep your wits about you. Don't smoke any marijuana or do any other things. Because what they're doing also is so while they're pumping this in, they're keeping you up at night so you can't sleep. Last night I didn't sleep a freaking wink. Not one wink. I was up all freaking night. And this is that Medusa thing, that technological direct energy weaponry that they're using on the mind and the energy and the body right now of the Christed beings, of the light-bearing beings, to disturb their energy, to disturb their mind, and to trigger previous traumas regarding betrayal, okay? You can't run with it. You can't let these jokers command you like that. You got to command yourself. And you got to, save the fantasies for later. You're fighting right now. King of Wands in the reverse. They're very impulsive. They're very ruthless. They don't give a crap what they do to your mind. And they're pumping all this crap into your mind right now. But they're not able to hold you back. It could be that they don't want to be held back. Or maybe they're not holding back. They're going for it, man. They want to mess up your mind. They want to hit you with this microwave energy in your mind. Your ears could be ringing very, very loud. Much louder than ever before. And like I said, you're getting the Wi-Fi, that technology, that energy that, like, from holding your tablet or your phone too long, how you get the tingles. It's coming in your left hand because that's where you receive it, and it's going up the arm and it's coming into your energy. And then before you know it, this arm starts tingling and your whole body is out of freaking whack. You got to get it together. Lost. They can't hold you back. They can't hold you back. They lost. So they're trying to take you out with this direct energy weaponry. I'm not saying it's military, because there are other individuals out here who aren't military. They could be part of a space program or whatever, but they have this technology and they're using it freely. And they're downloading thoughts into your mind, like programs, like, such and such will be your failure or the end of you, or whatever that was. It's an implant, it's a seed, and they want you to wrap up this agitated energy and the triggers and traumas of the emotional body into that thought. They want you to build a strong betrayal energy with that. So they're manipulating you. It's not you. This is technological warfare on a Christed being. They're looking for another sacrifice. They want to repeat the Jesus story. They're challenged by the strength of two together. It could be that they're challenged because they have to surrender their need to control them. There's gossip going on. People are talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. These guys are real jerks, man. They're the supreme jerks. You may feel your body getting real hot because they're also doing that. This is microwave technology. They're hitting your body with it and making you real hot. They're microwaving you. They're afraid of what people are going to think. Broken. They cannot break you. They're challenged because they cannot break you. They have to surrender their need to control. The Queen of Pentacles is here, which I believe is an Egyptian protectress. You can call her Bastet or Sekhmet. She's here. Realize she knows that to live in the energy of love, this is a challenge, okay? You're testing your resolve to stay in the energy of love. These people are childish, man. Don't go there. Don't drop to their level. You're so high above them. They have to use this technological warfare against you. Your energy is freaking potent. They have to use AI freaking technology against you to try to knock you down. They're so childish. Don't drop to their level. Okay? So your success, you know that there's no greater goal than to love. If there's fear that arises, you realize that you're testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. You are in a soul tie and you're always connected here. You know you are. And you know that they're using this technology to F with your mind. These thought patterns are not real. They're not really happening. Okay? This is technology with a twist from some prideful, egotistical little bitches trying to mess up your world. I'm hot about this one. Fuckers. Excuse my language. Rabbit hole. This is crazy freaking drama, man. And they're thinking about it. You got a ruthless guy here, unachievable expectations. He's mind effing you. He's planting seeds into your thoughts, but he can't hold you back. He's lost. And he's stuck in this crazy drama because your fear, when you're afraid, you know that it's just a challenge to stay in the energy of love. You know that there's no greater goal than to stay in the energy of love. And they're in this crazy drama. The Empress is here in the recent past, okay? She is an abundant mother. I'm telling you right now, the territory belongs to her, and she's got a protector with her, and they want to take them out bad because they're about ready to read that document. They're about ready to read the article, whatever the article is. They're about ready to read the article, and they want to put in their choices, their chosen ones, as the Empress and her protector. But she's got forgiveness here, okay? She understands that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And even though she may have been triggered by this technology, this direct energy, actual freaking direct energy weapon that's being used against her, she knows that they are equally yoked. And it's a good union. Strong, potent union. And they're triggering the lustful energies right now, trying to trigger heartbreak and memories of betrayal. With this technology, they're seeding the thoughts into the mind, and they're hoping that you go with it, because their intention is to bring a painful ending to this growth. And it's not just your growth, it's the growth of the planet and the growth of this golden globe, the growth of the light. These people are so low vibrational that when they get into your potent energy, they feel nauseous. They want to throw up. They have to stop it. They got to do something. But they can't, there's unfinished business here. You're like, hey, I'm sorry. No. And you're not even sorry about it. Yo-yos. What the hell? To use this kind of equipment on citizens just because they have a shiny light. Well, they're into this false telepathy, false telekinesis. And you guys have it naturally. You're connected to the Most High God. You've got all your resources, and you're connected to the Egyptian protectress and her family. This is crap, man. What these guys got going on, they got some serious business that they're going to have to line up for. Little bastards. You know why? Because you're not tempted by the damn snake. You're not swallowing the program. You're not going there. You're not going there. Your business is not finished. You're not stopping. You're not stopping. And they're looking for an exit plan. You may have an exit plan. They want out. They want out, and they want your ticket. Okay? They want your freaking ticket. Okay? Now, your protector here, don't be kicking your protector to the freaking curb, Empress. You've got a whole freaking territory here you're responsible for. You're not a child. So what you've got here is you've got somebody here, they don't have any love. Like they have an emotional loss. Their love cup is empty. They're full of pride. They're helping out with this telepathy, with this bullshit, and they're planting seeds of betrayal and just vile seeds. Little bitch. I'm not even kidding. This bitch is bad, and she's hurting right now. Oh, she's crushed because you're not swallowing her damn story. She wants you to be hurt, and you're not. You're pissed, and it's going to go back on her, and may it stick her hard. May she get divorced right out of your energy because you're persevering through this. You know what's happening, and you're holding firm, and you're not offering forgiveness for this. It's like, you little bitch. Guilty. There is no forgiveness for the guilty. These people who are using this technology on the Christed beings right now will not be forgiven. This is unforgivable. Let people live their damn life. They are presenting themselves as the Most High, who is the embodiment of the Son, intends for his family to be. We're not low vibrational, stuck in sorrow and freaking shame and blame and guilt. We're bright, sunshiny beings. We are happy. We're loving. We're supportive. We're strong. We persevere. These ones are going to get divorced right out of your energy. And there's no forgiveness. They're lying and cheating and trying to steal. And what they're going to get is no freaking pinnacles for you. You made a bad investment and you cannot bring an end to this union or you can't bring an end to this soul tie. Big F no. Punk. They're inseparable. It's loving. It's not just passionate, it's loving, it's powerful, it's all things. But there's a time for passion regarding, the emotional body, and there's a time for passion when it comes to protecting your damn territory. You can't get all emotional when you're trying to protect your damn territory and your life, and your freaking life, man. They cannot cause you to crumble. You're not crumbling. You're like, absolutely the F not. You've come far too far for this, and you're not letting it go. No. Queen of Wands is here. She's like, hello, this is my freaking life, and I'm going to live in joy. I am love. I am this freaking empress. And you know what? I have gifts of the soul that benefit myself and others. And these gifts, they don't understand. They're about ready to find out. A-holes. Punks. Burned. Burned. They may not have an understanding of your fire, your passion, and your desire to maintain your life and your territory. This is your gift. This is your life. This is your future. And it's not just about you. It's about the children and their opportunity to live a carefree, loving, abundant life full of beauty, where they don't have to worry about going to the park and having some pedophile pick them up. Yes, there's a specific few out there that's doing this, and they're trying desperately to take over the credit for the work that's been done in the astral. But you're persevering here. You've got your boundaries up, and you're going to cut them off. It's like, you know what? You're cut off. That's absolutely it. And they're going to be in regret over that. Yep, you can believe it. They're going to be in some sincere freaking regret. And they're not going to be able to protect themselves. They won't be able to protect themselves. They're not strong. They're not courageous. They want forgiveness. How dare they? How freaking dare they? Playing games with love. These empty cups are having anxiety, looking for an escape, and they want your ticket. Their childish ways of reaching out, trying to connect to you is ending. It's like bullshit. Get out. They're actually getting in the car and driving to these locations to do harm to people, while they disrupt their energy body, their emotional body, and start seeding bad phrases in the mind while they're sleeping, while they're resting, whatever. They're subliminal. and they're absolutely not true. They're so freaking childish. They've been getting away with this for centuries, man. Centuries. They've been taking out the Christed beings and then restarting the time clock. They get the strongest pair and then they sacrifice them and they assume the identity and they say, oh, I control the territory. It's all mine. I earned it. How did you earn it? Through technological freaking warfare on Christed beings. Most High God, Creator, God and Goddess, Mother, Father, please look into this. Protect us, please. Gather your forces and look into this. This is ridiculous and unacceptable. I'm pissed. How dare they? Ruthless, high expectations. Oh, I'm going to have the mother's territory again. Well, no, you're not. Effing around with people's minds. You can't hold them back. You're going to lose. You have lost. You cannot hold them back. It's in the environment here. You're in effing trouble, is what you are. And there's evidence of what they're doing. There's evidence of it. And there may be an investigation into it, especially after this read. They're challenged by these Christed beings and coming together as power couples. It's ridiculous. You know, they like, you know, technology and false AI and false telepathy and false telekinesis. They like these, you know, they don't have the connection to the Most High. They don't have that divine union. They don't have it. So they're challenged because they have to surrender their need to control this. These two right here, if it's two or if it's many Christed being couples coming together against this is crap, is what this is. People are gossiping about this. They cannot break you. And guess what? See this, what this says? It says they didn't keep their promises they made. And guess what? It came out in the reverse. These ones are going to keep their promise. They will not abandon each other. They are not going to allow technology from these loser, childish people with all this billions of dollars that they have stolen in previous cycles to maintain and drive their minds like they do everybody else. Nope, not going to freaking happen. You cannot break them. You will not cause them to break their promise to each other based on emotional wounds of the past and seeded thoughts triggering the emotional body and the electrical body to get everybody all freaking chaos and frazzled. Oh, my wound of the past. No, you figure it out. Figure it out. Look. They cannot break them apart, and they're gonna look. They cannot. This commitment will not be broken. They are bound to each other. This soul tie is big time, bigly. Okay, bigly. They cannot break them apart. It's like and they're gonna fall into a trap. They're gonna fall into a freaking trap for even trying. How dare they? So the Queen of Pentacles is here, and it, you know, it could be that that's part of the Empress's stuff, you know, and it could also be her protectress, somebody who's related to her protector or her partner here. Wisdom. It's called wisdom. There's no greater goal than to love. You realize that if you are tested, that you just have to exercise your resolve to live in the energy of love. This soul tie, you're connected and you're not dropping it. Absolutely the frick not. And these guys are in a crazy drama rabbit hole. They don't have any peace. And it's like, how far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go? They're thinking about it. They're in a rabbit hole. And you're not partying. You're successful. And even when you're afraid, you breathe into it and bring yourself into that state of love. I'm not talking about lust. Get out of the root and the sacral chakra. This is not the time for that. Your mind is getting screwed right now. And your heart. These guys are getting rejected. They're going through withdrawals. They're in a rabbit hole. Or maybe you decided, no, I'm not going in there. Or maybe they're going in there. Maybe this soul tie, the strength and the power of this soul tie is going to put them in a crazy freaking rabbit hole. These people are in trouble, man. They're getting rejected. It's obvious what they're doing. They think they're being sneaky. The Empress is here. This is her territory. She is the mother of this territory. All of the abundance belongs to her. She's forgiving this. She's forgiving this because she knows that they're equally yoked. Okay? They're pulling their weight. They empower each other. And it needs to stay this way. You acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And you're not going to do it. You're releasing it. Anything that blocks the energy of love flowing through you as the divine mother, Empress, you're not going to deal with it. It's like, no, I'm forgiving it. I'm going to release it. I'm going to move into equal give and take. This is my union. And this is my fight. And I'm not releasing my partner. No matter how badly you want me to be all emotionally butthurt over your freaking DEW infiltration of the mind. That's crap. There's no temptation from this snake. Piss off. You're okay. You're stable. You're smiling. You're winking. You're like, hey, I've been here before. It's been over 20 years for me. Woo! And I've been experiencing a lot of this technology. They've hit me so hard with this technology that my whole body quakes where I can't stand up or walk. I mean, my whole body like just quakes. They've hit me hard with this DEW weaponry before. And then they've increased the volume on it. And then we're amazed at the strength of it. It's like, this is crap. You're okay with it. You're like, dude, I'm stable. Their intention is to bring a painful ending to the growth of this union with ideas of betrayal and previous wounding. They want to trigger your previous wounds, and they're ramping up your energy. They're ramping up your emotional body, and they're planting seeds subliminally in the mind. But they cannot. This is unfinished business. It's unfinished business. They cannot stop you. You're like, look, we're not stopping. We're not stopping. We have unfinished business here. And they went out. They're looking for an exit plan. You're not stopping. Absolutely not. You've come too far. They have no friends. They're looking for an exit plan. They don't have any support. Nobody's supporting them. Their friends are leaving them. We've got an Ace of Cups in the reverse. So, they have no love. They have absolutely no love, and they're not able to take your love. They just don't have any love. And it's like, look, nope, they can't get your love. They have no love in their cup because you're not giving up. Absolutely not. They're full of doubt. They're prideful and egotistical. And they're feeling crushed because you won't stop. You've healed. You've gone through so much internal work. You've healed your traumas and your triggers. You've faced the pain and you worked your way through it. You're not going to be triggered by this and the thought of betrayal. Why? Because some Jezebel's in here speaking trash with this DEW stuff. This person isn't even a tiny bit of you, Empress. Not one little tiny bit, but she wants to wear your freaking hat and control your territory. Look at the sleazeball compared to you. Yeah, they're going to have an accident. They're in danger. They're in danger. They're going to have an accident. This is crap, is what this is. They're going to have an injury. And they're going to get cut right out. Cut right out. It could be their heart is going to have a freaking problem, is what it's going to have. Because you're persevering through this challenge. You're not stopping for nothing. You're not forgiving it either, because these people are freaking guilty of attacking Christ and light beings and trying to stop the golden globe, the elevation of the energy and the love and the light of this planet, because they want to control your territory and pretend like they're all that. This isn't a mother. This is no mother. This is the mother, and this is her territory. And you know what? She's testing her resolve to stay in love, even if there is fear. She knows that there's no greater goal than to love. She's releasing any resentment that might be related to any triggers or emotional traumas. She knows that to hold on to them blocks the flow of love. And she's not going to do that, because she's going to be right here, pouring it in. She's going to be there with this person that she's connected to, and she's like, you will not touch my stuff. Punk. So they're guilty. You're not giving any forgiveness to those lying, cheating, stealing jackwagons, bringing you conflict. They're guilty of bringing you conflict. They want to fight with you, and they're childish. They've lost their opportunity for an Ace of Pentacles. They made a bad investment. They've missed their chance, because you will not die. They cannot bring an end to you on what you got going on. They cannot separate you from your power partner here. It's not going to freaking happen. They cannot cause you a crumbling. You're not going anywhere. They're not going to be able to crumble what you've built. You've built this. This is all yours, and you're not going to let it crumble. You're not there. They cannot separate you. You're not, there's no death. There's no ending here. It's like, this is time to get pissed off, is what it is. And you need to power it with the love that you have in you, and then amp it up with all of the light that the divine can flow through you, and freaking hit them hard. They're hitting you hard with their fake technology to interfere with your energetic flow and your mindset and your emotional body. This is not okay. Look. They cannot cause you a crumbling, man. These people were tempted by your comfortable life. They want your sweet dreams, because they're so worried about, oh, am I showing what? Do I need to cover myself up at all? No, they're a little whole bag, man. And you're living sweet. You're comfortable. You're satisfied, and they want it. They're tempted by the snake. But not you. Not you. You're like, hey, I'm okay, man. I don't need any of that crap. They cannot cause you a crumbling. They're tempted. They're trying to bribe you. They might be trying to bribe you. Oh. See, they're trying to curse you. This is what's happening right now, and they're using technology to do it. I'm not saying this is military, although it could be. I'm thinking more along the lines of, the microwave technology. It's the Medusa program. Somebody mentioned 2 days prior to this even happening. 2 or 3 days prior to this happening. And out of the blue, it had no context whatsoever. So you're in your Queen of Wands energy. You are determined to live your life. You are the Empress here. And you're like, look, this is mine, man. And I'm not backing down. And you know what? Your protector is super strong. And you're pouring all of you into him and empowering him. It's like, nope, we're not going to leave this behind at freaking all. Now, after this is all said and done, who knows what's going to happen? But not right now. Right now, this is the topic. You possess gifts of the soul that benefit you and others, and these people don't have any understanding of that. They're going to get freaking burned is what they're going to get, because you are fire. You're freaking fire. And you know what? So is your power partner. You're freaking fire. These people are going to get burned like they haven't been burned before for trying to curse you. Justice is going to be served. I'm mad. I'm mad. This is bullshit. How dare they? They're trying to dominate families. They want to dominate families. They don't want happy homes. They want the money that belongs to those homes. They want to be in control of the minds of those families and everything that they got going for them. And they're going to get burned by it. They're going to get burned for trying it. Because they're trying to dominate. This is you. You're the divine mother. You're the nurturer. You are here on behalf of family. That's why you're here doing this, working so hard, getting your light to shine so bright. They're going to get burned for trying to dominate your family. Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. They barked up the wrong freaking tree. You're standing up for yourself here. It's like, this isn't a competition. It was never a competition, but now that there's awareness, you're maintaining control. You're persevering through this. Persevering through this. This is war, man. This means war. They're going to get cut out of your services. They only thought they had it bad before. They're in regret, man. They're in regret. And they have no strength. They have no courage. What's coming for them right now is something that they haven't seen before. Something that they have no understanding of. You, Queen of Wands, Empress, you have gifts of the soul that they have no understanding of. They never knew you. And they want to come in. They want to come in and say some shit into your mind to try to F you up and break you up and make you weak so that they can climb aboard your freaking chariot and pretend like they're the freaking divine mother who built it all, who actually cares, when all she wants to do is go out and freaking drink herself to death and get high or snort cocaine on the freaking witness stand, calling themselves a damn princess. Mask wear. They have no courage. This person is a pretender and they're going to get effed up in a big way. This is war. This is war. This frequency that they're trying to pump in with this direct energy weaponry, you're like, boff on freaking goo, buddy. You know? They could be embarrassed. People might be laughing at this bully. You are responsible, and you have promised. You've got a promise here. You're promised to each other, and they're trying to come in with this infidelity and this lustful energy, and they're trying to trigger your wounds and like, oh my gosh, you betrayed me, you know, but that's bullshit, man. It's history. A long, long road of painful history brought about by this same technology of those people who want to continue dominating families and the wealth of them. These are bad folks, man. Bad freaking folks. They might be, they're trying to strategize for your fate. There's, it says mind reading. So they're trying to use divination. They could be watching your channel. They might be watching this. They want to read your mind. They want to knock your chess pieces off the freaking board and take your fate. They're praying for a life of indulgence is what they're praying for. But what they're going to get, man, everybody who works with them is going to get a big old freaking bowl of fright is what they're going to get. They're going to get it, and they're going to get it bad. Because you win and you gain. This is the freaking conclusion of this. It's going to be over real quick. And this eternal love is making them sick. It's like they're sick about it. And you know what? Eternal love is here, man. This is the golden globe. This is the age of change. And these low vibrational terrorists want to steal the abundance of the earth mothers, the shining ones, the ones who are here to oversee family and to make certain that the children grow up with a beautiful light inside of them. You know what? These ones, you know what they want the children to be? They want the children to be in misery, in pain, in suffering, with shattered minds, of betrayal and hurt, and, you know, all of this, you know, who's supposed to protect them brutalizes them. That's what they want. They want to continue that. And not only that, they want to chip their minds and control their souls and then put them into freaking little AI bodies eventually. This is crap, man. But you've got your alliances here, man, and they're working overtime. They are working double time because they know you're trustworthy and honest, and so are they. And you're going to reach your goals. And these people, they don't know what's coming. They do not know what's coming. But they will be stopped. I'm going to leave that one here. I'll see you on the next one, everybody.